The part that's most relevant to Novonix is their supply of materials, costs, and supply chain diversification. Now that Tesla have
Tesla? Can you believe this? This is gonna go to the moon for sure.
Or in the list of companies that would be interested to work with Novonix on their materials.
Better do my own research. Who should I look up next? Alright, got it.
Into it, and the first thing that Tesla's battery day was all about, really this is the overarching theme, was it was all about efficiency.
Everyone's talking about this, but I still don't know. Alright, just gonna watch another YouTube.
The tabless cell design. Now currently most battery cells have a tab connected to the jelly roll. And within the jelly roll there are multiple layers inside containing the cathode.
Wow, these Aussie YouTubers really know what they're talking about. I think I'm gonna get rich off this one. Alright, let me take some notes.
Heat and also a lack of...
Can't forget to check the ASX Facebook groups. I just need that final confirmation from an external source so that I know that I'm doing the right thing before I buy. Yeah, pretty sure I've listened to enough YouTube now. Let's go buy this. Alright, let's open up ComSec and type in Novonix, and 1,000 shares should do it. This is going to go to the moon and buy.
As of 11th of September 2020, they're very close to being inside of ASX 300, and at that milestone, that's when I expect Novonix to unlock more institutional money, since Vanguard VAS is tracking ASX 300 with $5 billion of assets under management.
Wow, did he just say that? Look at all this good news. I've just put it in the stock. This is going to be amazing.
Is that it is a 99.8% likelihood that Novonix will not be specified.
Novonix won't be specified? Screw this guy. Has he even watched any YouTube?
12 seconds later.
Yes.
Bogdanov, he did it.
Il bought.
He went all in.
Dump it.
Moral of the story, don't be an ASX Chad. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments and hit the like button down below. Of course, you can subscribe as well. If you were offended by that, of course you could hit the dislike button and let me know in the comments, but don't expect any sympathy from me. We've all been there, been through that stage of succumbing to the FOMO and the FUD, and sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves, learn from the mistakes and move on. So that's what I want to give you in the next part of this video, how we can avoid these mistakes and what we can do about them to improve in the future. But before we do, I just want to mention credits go out to Bizonarchi, which is a crypto YouTube channel for those end NPC meme type video. And then also some credits, some thanks to David Kwan's videos. I hope he approves. If he doesn't, David, let me know in the comments down below. But to you guys, if you want to see me and David talk, have an interview around stocks or anything else in the finance space, go on to his videos and hit interview Jason Pizzino on there. Yeah, look, it's my call out, my shout out to try and get some more engagement and more interaction with other fellow Aussie YouTubers in the finance space, because if you couldn't tell by now, I absolutely love talking. So let us know in the comments and on David's videos, interview Jason Pizzino. Throwing it out there. If it works, great. If not, let's move on to what we came here for and trying to figure out how not to succumb to being an ASX Chad. If you don't know what a Chad is, there are memes for it. I'll post one up here as well. Did you fall into the trap of buying into all of these stocks that got hyped? Novonix, Brainchip, Zip, Afterpay, Tesla if you're in the US, anything else you can think of. These things that got absolutely pumped in groups on YouTube channels from YouTubers just like myself. Did you fall into those traps? So if you did, let's figure out how it happened in the first place so that we can work on it and avoid it in the future, because this is no way to be living your investment or trading journey continuously falling for these pump and dumps. Now, it's not the company pumping and dumping, it is just where people are getting their information from. So we want to figure out, how does it happen so often that people get wrecked? You can see it in the comments yourself. There are people saying, when should I buy? When should I sell? You can see it in ASX chats on Facebook groups. You can see it on Twitter. People have no idea. The only way you're going to get out of it is learning. So I've got some notes here that I'm going to read from. First thing, listening to media. Stop listening to the media so much. That includes YouTubers like myself. It includes Twitter, Facebook groups, all that sort of stuff. That's the first thing, because you're just going to keep relying on other people to feed you information. Number two, the FOMO. Stop buying into the FOMO. How do you know when it's FOMO? It's because it is being said everywhere. Like, it's all over YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, that same stock. And look, recent example, Novonix, BrainChip. Look at those things and how they just got absolutely dumped. It's not to say that they're bad companies. Like, the fundamentals show that they are reasonable companies, maybe for the long term. We are just talking about not getting wrecked in the short term so that we can have more cash to buy in at a better price later on. Next thing is to embrace the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's when the stock gets dumped, all the bad news comes out, the stock continues to go down, but you're like, well, the fundamentals say it's good. That is embracing the FUD. And if you stick to your plan, if you've created one, then that allows you to buy in at better prices when no one else is doing it. No one else wants to talk about it in a good light. And that's how you get in on a good stock at a good price. Number three, stop falling in love with the coins and the cryptos and the stocks and everything else that you buy. Don't worry about it. It's an investment or a trade. Don't fall in love with it. Don't attach your emotions to it, because that makes it extra hard to sell it when things are going bad. Number four, and this one's going to be a little bit controversial because the majority of people love fundamentals. And I'm going to say, stop following the fundamentals. Yes, I do all technical analysis, but in these times, technical analysis works so much better, and fundamentals will keep you on the wrong side of the market. Reason being is we can see all the fundamentals for something like Novonix. It makes sense. It's a good company with the batteries and the this and the that, right? But it doesn't look good when it comes to a chart, and it is getting you in at the wrong times by looking at fundamentals at the wrong times. Now, there's times to be on both of these. Just like with the technicals, there are different times where it's not going to work as well. So just keep both of them in your arsenal. And if it sounds like it's too much work, that's life. This is trading and investing. You are versing everyone in the world. And if you want to make some money, you got to get better. And my last tip to not getting wrecked and figuring it out is knowing who you are. In almost every case that I've seen on the internet, everyone calls themselves investors when they are just looking to buy and sell within a few days. That is not an investor. You're a trader. So start treating your business like you are trading as opposed to investing. It just sounds sexier to be an investor in a company rather than a trader, right? But an investor is just a trader who didn't get out at the right time. So I've gone through the 5 steps that can help you identify where the problems are and for you to go and fix them. What can we do to fix them and improve on them? The first thing, you should guess this by now, is learn technical analysis. This will help you learn how to pick better buy and sell points for the stocks that you love on the fundamental basis. Now, if you're unsure how to do this, go back and check my previous videos. I've even made a recent video on how to swing trade for beginners. It'll teach you buy, sell, support, resistance, where to place your stop losses and potential profit targets in order to get the best return out of your stocks. Now, nothing is foolproof, of course, everything can be improved on, but I think this is a great place to start. The next thing, control your emotions with a trading journal. When you feel like you're getting hyped up, getting caught in the FOMO, keep a trading journal. Start to write down your thoughts and things that are coming up in your mind, write them out, hold off on the trade, and then see what happens later to see how you compared with your thoughts then at the time that you were flustered, compared to later when the trade has basically given itself some time. Maybe it's been a week or two or a month, and you just sort of see where your head was at in comparison to where it was on the charts, where the price of that stock was on the charts. This is helpful for FOMO as much as it is for FUD. Maybe the stock is dropping hard and you're just like, I can't buy this, it's going down further and further and further. Write that in the journal, and then if this stock turns around, you can look back later and say, oh, well, that was the feelings I had at the time, but it actually turned out that that was a pretty good bottom and would have been a good place to buy. This is the importance of a trading journal. And lastly, step 3, keep believing in yourself and learning for yourself. You need to bring that energy and that power back to you and not give it away to people on YouTube like me or Facebook groups or Twitter or other YouTubers. You need to retain that energy for yourself and be confident in the decisions that you make. They are the steps that I would take to identify if I'm about to get wrecked and what I can do about it so I can learn from it and improve in the future. If you guys are starting out and you want to learn more about it, how to become a better investor or trader, check out the link in the description for our Discord group. There are dozens and dozens of great traders on there. There is a ton of educational content that could take you weeks to go through, and there are live chats that we can all talk on a daily basis. Plus, there are live trades as well that you can see from other people on and what they are thinking as they are placing the trades. Once you click the link to Discord, you'll go into the general chat group, go across into join members and type ASX so that I know you are here for your free trial. Lastly, watch that video in the group and they'll teach you how to use the group. There is a lot of content. It can be very overwhelming. So we've created beginner videos in there so that you can get a feel for how the group works. This is open to beginners, intermediates, and advanced people in the group. There is a lot of great content over there. I'll wrap it up there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please like the video down below. It goes a long way to helping out the channel and letting other people see this valuable content, or at least I think it's valuable. So if you saw it as being valuable, like down below, comments for your stocks coming up, and any other questions that you have in regards to your trading psychology or investing psychology. The whole point here is to learn and become a better investor, not just try and take tips from someone on the internet. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned, subscribe for the next videos coming out, and I've also got a live stream coming up this weekend. Catch you guys next time, and until then, have more fun to get more done. And if it wasn't clear enough in the video, Brandon, love to have you on the channel too, mate.